Good morning again. Michael Savage here. We're going live today on a Saturday morning. We're going to celebrate European civilization this morning in order to wipe out the filth of our society, in order to wipe out the drug-addicted scum of the earth. We're going to remember what built this great nation. And we're going to set our minds in harmony with the greats. Today we begin with Mozart's Horn Concertos, Vienna Philharmonic, Carl Boehm conducting. I'm going to set a metronome. It's a good trick in the morning to set great music, get rid of the filth of the rap, get rid of the filth and the garbage that the vermin of the world put out from Hollywood to destroy your mind, to wreck the harmony of your brain. So listen to Mozart and listen to the metronome, and you'll understand how to get your mind working again. Throw away the marijuana. Throw away the filthy drugs. Throw it all away, the garbage that Hollywood puts into your head. The filth. Listen. You'll know what greatness is. If Mozart were alive today, Katzenberg wouldn't hire him. If Mozart were alive today, he couldn't teach music at Harvard. If Mozart were alive today, they'd tell him he's an evil white male. You hear the metronome? Listen. Listen. This is your heritage. This is the heritage of all mankind. Listen to the metronome. Sets your mind in order. Order. To wash away the filth and the pollution and the disorder that Hollywood puts out to destroy you and make you vulnerable to the filth and garbage that they put out. Get a metronome. Get the great music of the great white male conductors and the great white male composers. Get Bach. If Bach applied for a teaching position at Berkeley, they'd have him arrested. If he tried to conduct the San Francisco Symphony, they'd throw him into a homeless shelter. So today is Mozart for you on a Saturday morning with my metronome. See my metronome? Here is my view. A view devoid of the filth of the world. Here is Teddy. Where are you, Ted? It even makes the dogs feel better. Turn off the rap. Tell your children they're being poisoned, that their minds are being poisoned. Speak 50 words of English. My dog speaks with a larger vocabulary than the average rap star. My dog speaks 200 words of English. The metronome is distracting, okay? Here we go. Somebody has a brain and can hear. But listen to me carefully. I learned this. I try to tell... Wait, just 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. I can't talk. Just let me set this down. Get this to sit still for a minute. It's like me. Oh! listen. Listen. Move your hands. Move your whole body. Stand up. Let the music come through you, not into you. Through you. Through you. Once it starts to come through you, every cell in your body will resonate. It will resonate with the greatness of Western civilization. The greatest civilization the world has ever and will ever see. Listen. You want to see some of the art in my little cottage? It's one of my hideouts, a little cottage filled with little things. Tap your foot. Let it come in. Then say, thank you, God, for every breath I take. Listen, I'm almost finished today with your lesson of European civilization. Yes! Yes! Say yes! Yes to God! Yes to America! Say no to the vermin! Well, that concludes the Mozart. I'm not concluded with my little sermon on the morning of Saturday. Things are happening in my life that I can't describe at this time, that will be described shortly. Life-changing things for the better of myself and hopefully for the nation. Some things I know and some things I don't know, but I know they're over the horizon. I can't quite see them, but I can feel them. As you know, Sunday I leave for Washington, D.C. I can't tell you some of the things that have occurred, but you'll know about them by the end of the week. I've been called to the mountain. Anyway, let's look out the window here. It's too bright out here. There's fishing boats out there today. Lots of fish in the bay this time of year. God bless America, huh? I went to San Francisco yesterday. Although I love this city, I saw a young woman in her 20s naked in the streets with a pair of panties and brassiere, disheveled, with her pimp. Her pimp walking her around. I thought, this girl was once somebody's infant. What kind of sane society permits a filthy pimp like that to walk that girl around the streets, that doesn't take that bum and throw him away for 100 years, and take that girl and clean her up and give her a chance at life? What sane society that calls itself civilized allows a filthy, dirty pimp to walk a girl around the gutters like that and sell her for 25 cents? You tell me this is a sane society, this is a liberal society, this is a liberal, clean city? It's the most debased city in the history of the world. And yet we have to step over this garbage. We have to step over the human feces. We have to step around the human rats. And that's what we do. We all look the other way. We all look the other way. But we know why this happened. We know what liberalism and progressivism is. And we know that unless we put a stop to it, the world is over. our world will be over anyway. We'll just be devoured. But here's a positive note. I started to tell this on the radio Thursday and didn't finish the thought. In 1985 or 86, I was awarded some award by the Japan Creativity Society, and they flew me over. And they wanted to know how the creative mind works. I gave a speech to the Japanese in the Japan Creativity Society. How can you describe how a creative mind works? You can't describe it. Anyway, they wanted to know how to be creative because they were rote-minded people. They could do things in some excellent ways by copying, but not by creating. They didn't understand creativity. That would be like trying to describe a sunrise. How do you describe a free spirit? You can't describe a free spirit. They wanted to know how to be free. They lived in a very regimented, controlled society that had come out of a period of total dictatorship, basically, dictatorship of the mind. Here in America, we're not free. We're slaves. And the louder they scream, I'm free, by smoking pot on 420, the bigger the slave. As Orwell said, the louder they scream, I'm free, the more I can hear their chains rattle. That's our society today. This is a conspiracy to make the children think they're free by drugging them, by imprisoning them with hatred towards themselves. That's the ultimate slavery. Anyway, when I was in Japan, Mr. Murakami, who had me there, said to me, every morning he wakes up and he plays marching music. In his case, it was German marching music, not Nazi, German marching music. And he would set his mind and his whole being running on the metronomic sound of the marching music. So it's just a tip. Watch out what you put in your brain. It's more important than what you put in your mouth. Well, that's it for today. I have nothing really more that I could add to you other than celebrate Western civilization once a day. And we don't mean the filth that's called Western civilization today. Teach your children about the greats. So, Monday, I will be broadcasting, God willing, from Washington, D.C. Tuesday is the big day. Mark it on your calendars. I can't report at this time what it is. I will report it afterwards because of the jealousy and hatred of those in the media who will try to block this. They can't, though. It's way beyond them. Things are happening that, let us say, even those with nail guns in their brains can't stop at this point. Wednesday, I will be having lunch in the Congressional Dining Room. I'm going to be meeting some of the most important conservatives. Thursday, I'm flying back, and Friday, I'll be back on the radio. So I'll see you Monday on the radio, if not an earlier broadcast here on Periscope. It's a beautiful Saturday, probably beautiful for everyone, even those in pain, if they'd only get out from their pain. Leave the pain behind, because your pain is a chain.